Hey, hello and welcome to today's GFG problem of the day. Hope you're doing well. So let's see today's problem, wildcard pattern matching. So what the problem is saying is we'll be given two strings. Okay, one will be a pattern string, and another will be a normal string. And what we want to do is we want to match this pattern with this particular string. If the pattern matches the string, then we have to return one, or else we want to return zero. Okay, that's what the problem is. Now this pattern may contain some special characters like asterisk and question mark. So let's see what question mark is. So the question mark means that you can replace this question mark or you can match this question mark with any one character. For example, if there is, if sorry, for example, if there is this pattern B question mark B and there is this string BAB, right? So here what we can say when we try to match this and this character, right? So we can say this will be a match. This will be a match since we can match this question mark with any character. Okay, so we will say that this is a match. Okay, another is asterisk. So what does asterisk mean is we can match any sequence of characters. For example, if there is this example B star B, right, and there's this pattern, okay, and there is this BAAB, okay, there's a string BAAB. Now what we can say is we can match this asterisk with any number of characters here. So we'll say, okay, this is a match. This is a match. And hence we'll say that this pattern is matching this particular string and we'll return one. Okay. Another example is BB star, right? This is a pattern and we have the string as BB. Okay. So here what we can do is we can match this particular asterisk with the empty sequence, basically empty character. We can simply ignore this asterisk. Okay. And we can say that this will be a match. Okay. This will be match. So these are the few examples. Okay. What the problem is saying is, okay. So now let's quickly look into how we can solve this problem, right? How we can solve this problem. Okay. So what we can do is, so for example, so how to solve this problem? Okay. So what we are going to do is whenever there is a character match, right? Whenever there is a character match, we'll simply move ahead, right? We'll have two pointers, N, M basically, and N, right? We'll have two pointers, N and M. Okay. If there's a character match, then we are simply going to move ahead. Okay. Or for example, in the pattern, there is a question mark and there is a character here, right? So in this case also, we are going to move ahead because we can replace this or match this question mark with any one single character. Okay. So this is one condition. This is a good case. Okay. I think I'll also code along with explaining the scenarios, right? Okay. Before going to the code, I'll also request you to subscribe to my channel. It will really be helpful to me. Okay. So what we're going to do is, for example, let's quickly take the length. I'll also show the C++ code followed by this Java code. Okay. So pattern.length we'll say. And what we'll have is we'll have a Boolean util function. Okay. Boolean util function wherein we are going to pass str and string pattern. Okay. And then we'll also pass their respective lengths. Okay. So here, what we are going to do, we are going to call this function str pattern. I'll try to explain this as easy as possible so that you understand it better. Okay. Now, first of all, what we're going to do, let's write the first case, and what we are going to do is we are going to start with the last characters, basically to match the last characters. Okay. We're going to start with the last characters. Okay. Rather than I explained from the first character, but we are going to start from the last. Okay. So here, since we are starting from the last characters, we are going to pass n-1 and m-1, right? Now, what are we going to do? If str.char add, if it matches, right? If it matches n, okay. If the character dot char add, if it matches or if the pattern dot char add m, if it is question mark, right? That means we can match any character. Okay, we can match any character. Then in this case, we are going to proceed ahead, right? Simply what we're going to do, we are going to move to the next character, the next set of characters. So str pattern, and we'll move with the next characters, right? So this is the case. This is one case. Okay. Now I explained this, right? Now second case, I have explained two cases. One is if the character matches, and another is the question mark, right? The question mark and the some other character, right? So I explained two cases. Now let's explain this particular thing, right? Whenever we come across this particular character, Okay, whenever we come across this particular character, so we will have two choices here. We'll make two choices, either to move ahead, right? That is considered the empty sequence. For example, if it was B star B, right? And here it is BB only. So either to move ahead, right? This will be one choice. Simply ignore this particular asterisk or simply replace this with empty sequence, right? If this is a pattern and this is a string, right? So in this case, in order to match this pattern with this string, we'll simply replace this with empty sequence, this asterisk with empty sequence. Okay. So one is to simply move to the next character. Other is what we are going to do if it is B asterisk B, right? Right? So, and if it is, the string is this. So what we're going to do is, we are going to fix this. Okay, we won't move this pointer, but we are, for example, if this is the pointer, right? A, right? A and asterisk. So we are going to move this particular pointer over here. This particular pointer will keep this fixed. What we are saying is, we are trying to match the characters. Okay, we are trying to match these sequence of characters. Okay, so we'll have two choices over here. For example, now if we say, if pattern dot care at, if it is, sorry, at M, if it is asterisk, right? Then we'll have two choices. Okay, what we're going to do, we'll call the util function twice. So what we're going to pass, str pattern. In one case, we are simply going to move ahead, right? Simply going to move ahead, right? That is simply n will keep as is, but we are going ahead with the next character from the pattern string, right? So M is the pointer for the pattern string. Okay, or we are, or we will move, will keep the asterisk pointer as is, and we will move to the next character of the string, of the actual string. Okay. Okay. So here, for example, so what we are doing is, I have already explained this, right? So what we can do is, for example, right, B star B, this was his example, and B, right? This was the example. So we had matched this particular character. We come across this, right? Now what we are saying is, in one case, we will, let's explain this, right? We will move ahead. We'll keep M pointer as is. We'll move N pointer here, right? N pointer here. Again, the same case, there is asterisk in this particular A, right? So we have asterisk, we'll move ahead again here. Okay, we'll move ahead again here. We'll have our N pointer here. Again, we have asterisk, and again here N pointer is pointing, right? So we will move ahead here, right? We'll move ahead here. Now again, we have asterisk and B. So at every asterisk, right, we have two choices. We are having two choices at every asterisk, right? So in this case, for example, now when we have the star and B, right? Star and B, asterisk and B. So what, in one of the choice, we are also moving to the next, right? To the next character in this one, right? So in one of the calls, right? So here, so in some call, right, wherein the pointer for N will be as is, and the pointer for M will be pointing at B, and hence this character is going to match. B and B is going to match, right? And then we will, when the character matches, so we move both the pointers ahead. We move both the pointers ahead. So here we have exhausted the string. Okay, and hence we can say this pattern is matching. This pattern is matching. So I've already explained this. So two choices. One is to move ahead from the asterisk pointer, that is to ignore the asterisk pointer and move to the next character of the pattern. And another is to move ahead of the like the pointer n, which is pointing to the string, right? We are moving ahead, right? And here, what we, for example, now what will be the base condition? If both has exhausted n and m, right? If both has exhausted, then that means we have found a match here. So we are going to return true. Simply we are going to return true. Okay. So these are the few conditions, right? These are the few conditions. For example, now another case is if the pattern itself, if the pattern itself has exhausted, right? Only the pattern itself exhausted, and we have still some characters in the string. We have still some characters left in the string. Then in that case, what we're going to return? We're going to return false because there's no match. Okay. Another case is, I'll also explain this particular case. Another case is if the characters in the string, actual string, if it is exhausted, then in that case, what we're going to do is, for example, right, if there is this case, BB star, star and star, this was a pattern, right? This was a pattern, and there's a string BB, right? There's a string BB. Okay. Now what we did, we started with this, right? This is the pattern, and this is the normal string. So this is M and N, right? So here the characters matched, right? The characters matched. So what we did, we moved the M pointer here, M pointer, and we moved the N pointer. You know, when the both the characters matches, we simply move both the pointers. Okay. So here again we match, it again matches. So what we're going to do, we are going to move the next pointer, right? And here we are going to move this next pointer. Now you know this string has exhausted. The string has exhausted. So what we'll check, whether the remaining characters in the pattern, if they are asterisk, if they are asterisk, then only, and you know now, if there are only asterisk left, then we can replace this asterisk with empty sequence. Okay, empty sequence. So okay, so if all the characters are empty sequence, then we can say there is a match. So what we'll do is, while m is greater than equal to 0, right? And if we will check if pattern dot the remaining characters, if pattern dot care at m, if it is not asterisk, if it is not if there is any other character aside from asterisk, then in that case we are going to say, we are going to return false. Okay, only if there is asterisk, only if there are asterisk, then there is a chance for the match. There's a chance for the match. Okay, there's a chance for the match. So that's what, for example, if there was some other character, right? For example, bb and bb, here it was, right? And here it was some character a, right? There was some character a. So what we did, this is a pattern and this is a string. So till now, the string and the pattern are matched. But when we came here, n and m came here, right? So n was exhausted and we have left with only a, right? Which is not an asterisk character. Then in that case, that is why we are returning false here. If it was a, right, character was a, then we are returning false here. If it is asterisk, then only we can replace this asterisk with empty string. That is, we can say that we can replace with any empty character basically. Okay. So if the remaining characters were all the asterisks, then simply we are going to return true here, right? Simply we are going to return true here. Okay. So this is the solution. Okay. So now this is, let's quickly compile this. I hope you have got the solution. Okay, there's some, what it is saying, boolean cannot. So what we are simply going to do is, yeah, so they want to, if it is a match, then we want to return 1, right? Else we want to return 0. So let's compile this. And yeah, for example, there's another case. Then another case, for example, if neither the characters are matching, or there is no, if there is some other character only, right? For example, B and A, right? This is M and this is N. So in that case, these characters are not matching. We cannot do anything. So we are going to return false here. Return false here. Okay, right? So if it's not an asterisk character, if it is not a question mark of the character is not matching, then in that case, we're going to return false. So let's compile this. Now we need to take one more step. This will give us TLE. Okay. So we have got time limit exceeded. Now always remember, so we had two choices when there was asterisk, right? We had made two choices, either to move the character in the pattern or to move the pointer in the string. Okay. So whenever such is the case, then it's a dynamic programming problem, because there'll be overlapping sub problems. So for a certain case, right, for a certain character match, we may have solved the problem. And in that case, we are going to use dynamic programming. Okay. We are going to use memoization. So what we're going to do, simply quickly, let's do it. So we are going to have this DP array new int n plus 1 m plus 1, right? And we are going to initialize this DP array with -1 for int row DP arrays dot fill DP with -1, right? With -1 we are, and we'll pass this. Okay, we are going to pass this DP. Now what we are going to do, we are going to store the result, whatever we are returning here, right? Whatever we are, sorry, my bad. Okay. So yeah, so here it is, right? Yeah. So yes, so we have DP here. So what we're going to do, we are also going to pass this, right? DP here. Let's make the changes. Int DP, right? So it's not a single, it's a 2D array, right? DP, yeah, DP we made here. So what we're going to do, we are going to store the intermediate results in this DP array. So what we're going to do, since it returns Boolean, right? Boolean, we are going to collect this result. And what we're going to do, DP of n for certain pointer n and m, right? We are going to store this intermediate result. If it is 1, sorry, if it is, yeah, if it result is true, then we are going to set it as 1, else we are going to set it as 0. Here also we are going to do the same Boolean result, right? Boolean result we are going to take, and same case here, right? So that's what we are doing here. Now, since we have to return the value also, right? So since this returns Boolean, oh, what is happening? Yeah. So we'll also, since this function returns booleans, we'll return result here. We'll return result here. Okay. And one more case, if for a particular pointer n and m, right? For a particular position n and m, if it was already computed, if the computed result were already stored, right? Then in that case, what we're going to do, dp of n and m, we are going to return. If it is, if it was 1, if it was 1, for example, we are going to check like this. If it was 1, then return true, else we will return false here. Okay. So this is the solution. This should work. Also, we need to do some more changes, dp and dp. Okay. I hope you have got the solution. Please, I have tried to explain it as easy as possible so that you understand. Please, I'll request you to subscribe to my channel. It will really be helpful to me. Okay. Arrays.fill. What it is saying? Array store exception. What it is saying? Array store exception. At what position? Wildcard pattern 30. 30, where it is? 30. Why it is saying that? Oh, so sorry. It should have been row. Okay. Okay, let's submit it. The test cases, yes, they have passed. I hope you have got the solution. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video. Let's quickly see the C++ code as well. So here is the C++ code. So we have taken the N and M size, and we have taken this dynamic DP array, 2D array, and we are initializing with with -1. Yes, definitely. And I've already explained this. Let's quickly first see this particular case, right? If the characters are matching, or if it is, if the pattern is having question mark, then simply advance the pointers to the next characters to match. Okay. And also here, what we are doing is we are storing this result in the DP of n and m. Here, if it is asterisk, then we'll have two choices, either to keep on moving to the next character of the string, or to skip the asterisk and move ahead in the next character for the pattern. Okay, so these are the two choices we are having. Whatever it returns, if this particular it returns true and this returns false, then we are going to collect this into result. It is going to be true. Okay, we have found at least one match from one of the calls. Okay, one of the branches basically. Okay, so this is the code. I hope you have got the code. Okay, I hope you understood the solution. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video. Have a happy, healthy, and a great day. Thank you so much.